Hey everyone, this video is just to focus on the combination between LEGO's version of the newest Guardians of the Galaxy Ravager M ship for Avengers Infinity War and the pod set, the Rocket Raccoon pod, which is right now attached to the back of this. The main ship here comes from the Thanos Ultimate Battle set, and then the pod part comes from the Thor's Weapon Quest set. So I just wanted to have a video to show those two together for folks who don't want to go through my whole long review videos. And I've also here loaded this up with the maximum amount of cargo, the maximum number of people as well. And I even put the kind of snuck the completed Infinity Gauntlet inside there with all of the gems as well. So this is just to let you see how those things really work together. As I mentioned in my review of just this smaller set, I think this looks great personally and just really helps to solidify the majesty of this variant, which I think is much better than the second version of Milano that LEGO did, which was a smaller one, smaller, cheaper. You know, you have to compromise and all, but this just looks so much nicer with the wider wingspan. And it's still able to hold 4 people in this one. They're spread out a little bit more. The pod attaches very, very simply and easily. It just has a couple of locks on the top, and that will just pull straight out. So it's attached from the bottom with some Technic pieces that go into existing parts on the flat back of the M ship here. Those just slide right in, with one of them being a pin. They've got room under here for this top section, this top protrusion. It's almost like a tail. It's almost like a helicopter tail boom, and that just goes straight in. This just plugs in if you're looking at it. You line it up properly. There we go. Bring these down, and it's very nice and secure. Surprisingly so. You can bring these top flaps down and make it even more sleek. I can hold on to the whole thing and maneuver it from back here. I don't really recommend that. You know, it's better to grab in and at least get your fingers underneath the back of the main part of the main ship, just for the sake of security, especially if these top pieces start to loosen up a little bit. But it's very swooshable like this, which seems like a fun thing to do, and then you can still access the stud shooters from the top here, and you can access these ones on the back. So you kind of see this as being a tail gunner position if you want, for the sake of play. And it still is able to land just fine. The rear pod section actually does not touch the ground because its floor is up higher than the floor of the M ship. So that's just going to sit a little bit suspended there. But the lines, look at this, the orange parts just come right along the side and kind of change up the look of the pod section, the cover part of it. So rather than just leaving it open like that, where it might look partially unfinished or like a couple things put together, this helps to turn it into one thing. I think it helps a lot with just the the lines of color and the positions of color. And like I said, I did fill this up with additional cargo with as much as I could. So with the top removed, unfortunately you can't see it because of the boom part there, but I'll go ahead and just pull this back off again. And there is the Infinity Gauntlet with all the gems in it presently. I'll just spin that around like that. I also did a separate video just showing that up close and with Thanos himself, and I put the new version of whatever Cap and Black Widow are called now in their newer forms. Just put them back there to have a couple extra passengers, and up front still have the standard pilot and co-pilot. So this actually gets filled up pretty well. Carries a good amount of stuff. You could substitute a different figure in to get a third figure in the back if you wanted. With a little bit of modification, you could probably fit 4 figures in the back, but right now it only has just a single stud there in the center to really hold on to them. So you'd have to swap out some pieces or add in a piece if you want to create some additional seats for more than one figure. I guess one figure could stand there pretty easily, but this is how it all works together. I'll just put this back on. Just wanted to offer that up in case anybody just wanted to see this and you already know what the sets look like individually. So that goes on, that goes on. It's all locked, and it works pretty well. There you go. That's that. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.